You're watching the Central Post. This is Samiksha Ajay. Let's start with the headlines you already saw on your phone today. 3rd December 2025, the Indian rupee has slipped the fresh all-time low, trading past 90.33 against US dollar. Another record, but not the kind we celebrate. But why is this happening right now? Foreign investors have pulled out from Indian stocks in the last 2 months. Oil prices refuse to come down. Gold imports are strong, and the US dollar is roaring everywhere because the world believes America is the safest bet. The RBI has chosen not to fight every small fall, so the rupee is finding its own level, and that level for now is lower. But take a step back, and you see another question emerges. Why is our currency so lower than the yuan, dollar, euro, pounds? The honest answer is simple yet uncomfortable, a bit uncomfortable. Because the average income of an Indian is still only about 1/20th of an average American or German. A currency's everyday value eventually reflects how much each citizen earns and produces. That's the real anchor. And I'm almost embarrassed to admit that 3 to 4 years ago, I used to think exactly the way many of us still think. That if the problem is that we are not rich enough per person, why doesn't government just print a lot of money and let's say 3 to 5 lakh rupees and transfer it to every bank account? Everyone becomes richer, salaries look higher in dollar, and rupees comes to 40 or 50. That's it, problem solved. I smile now because that sounds so innocent. But the truth is, every time this idea is tried across the world, the result has always been the same. Prices explodes. You wake up with 10 times more rupees, but by the evening, your grocery bill, rent, school fee, and petrol are also 10 times higher. Your savings melt, pensions become meaningless, and the poorest suffers the most because wages never catch up as fast as prices. Zimbabwe, Venezuela, the history is painfully clear. So what does actually works? What is the real solution? The only lasting way to strengthen a currency is to steadily raise the real earning power of your people. That means produce things the world wants to buy and export them in huge quantities. Build world-class roads, ports, power plants, and internet so companies can grow fast. Teach skills so millions keep moving from low-paying jobs to high-paying jobs, and keep inflation low and predictable. This is exactly what today's rich countries did and what today's rising countries are still doing. South Korean won in 1960. $1 is equals to 51. They exported ships, cars, phones, chips, and most importantly, brains. Today, it's way higher, but the average Korean earns 50x more than their grandparents. In China in 1960, $1 is equals to 2.9 yuan. They became the factory of the planet and lifted 800 million people out of poverty. Today, $1 is equals to 7 yuan, but their salaries in dollars are 25x higher. India is on the same road. Though later, larger, noisier, way messier, but on the same road. Exports are at record highs, factories are finally opening, millions are learning new skills every year, and the same sports that used to take 40 days to clear cargo now do it in 4. So will this make tomorrow's headlines say rupee jumps to 70? No, because real strength never walks in straight line or overnight. It evolves, just like our Central Post. Not being the viral sensation, but building credibility. Slowly. That's the only way it has ever worked, and that's the way it will. Keep watching the Central Post for more.